manage it, deactivate it, activate it, each and everything, you have to go here, type users. Okay, and in the system or in the user administration, you can able to find the users. Click over here, and here you can able to see the total number of users available in here. So you can see there are almost 613 user records available in the users table. Everything in ServiceNow is in the form of tables and records. So this is a user table, and these are the records in the user table. Okay, do not forget that. So if you want to create a user account, you can able to create it from here, or you can able to type sys_user.do. That's a shortcut of doing it. Okay, if you want to go from here, that is completely upon you. New. Okay, and the first is going to be the user ID. So the user ID is it has to be unique. No two users in ServiceNow can have a same user ID. In that kind of scenarios, most of the companies, they are going to do two options here. They are going to opt for two options. Okay, one is going to be, imagine that you have an email ID, just like my email ID is mohammedirfan@microsoft.com. Okay, so email ID is going to be unique, or it is going to be shared by multiple individuals?
Can you say it again? I didn't hear you.
Okay, so is email ID is going to be unique in my company, or is it going to be shared by few other individuals?
No, it's going to be unique, obviously.
Exactly, right? It is going to be unique. So what exactly I can able to do is no two email IDs are going to be same. In that kind of scenarios, what exactly I can able to do is I can able to take the first part from my email ID, and I can able to say that this is my user ID, because this will act as an unique ID. No two user IDs have to be same in ServiceNow. And the other option, I can able to use the employee ID, because employee ID is again is an unique value you can able to provide. So these are the two options which you can able to opt out. So I'm going to say Mohammed Irfan. Okay, if my email ID is going to be this, I'm going to say Mohammed Irfan@microsoft.com. I'm going to remove this one. So my user ID is going to be Mohammed Irfan. Let's create another profile. So let's say Sheikh Arif. Okay, the first name is going to be Sheikh, and then the last name is going to be Arif. And what is the title of this individual? Again, these fields might differ from company to company and project to project, because ServiceNow is going to be modified according to the needs of the client or the customers. Couple of clients doesn't need the title departments. They just need the project manager's information, the project information, and then who exactly you have been reporting to, reporting manager, the segment head, which location you have been in, what is the role, which project you have been tagged to, and multiple stuff. Okay, this is going to be depending on the client's platform. Okay, now as per here, I can able to say what is the title. So he is an IT technician, and which department does he works for? So you can say that he works for an IT department. And if you want to create a password, so whenever you are going to create a user account in couple of websites, you will be allotted a temporary password, okay, which will be act as an one-time password. The moment you are going to provide your user ID and password, which is one-time password, you will be redirected to the next page, which is going to please change your password. Okay, and again you'll get three steps. One is going to be retype the old password and type your new password and confirm your new password, because your password has to be secure and you do not share your credentials with any other individuals. Okay, in that kind of scenarios, if you see, if I'm going to provide any password, that is going to be a one-time password. And if you are going to provide it this like this will be all the time password. But if you are going to select this option, password needs reset, this will act as a temporary password. The moment this employee is going to log in for the first time, he has to provide this password, and then he needs to change the password. Okay. And email id, so his email id is sheikh arif @accenture.com. Okay. And which language does it prefer? So if your company has been providing services in multiple locations like Spain and Russia, Chinese, Japan, multiple things. In multiple locations, you can able to provide the languages. And calendar integration. If your company is using its own tool to interact, or for the calendar integrations, for the calendar notifications, for the meetings and all the stuff, you can able to use it. But 99% of times it will be Outlook. And which time zone does this individual works for? Is it going to work from Canada, US, Europe, or where? So imagine that this Arif is working from Berlin. And what is the date format does he prefer? And he prefers month, date, year. And what is the mobile number? So let's say 1+1. Okay. And what is his mobile number? This is going to be the business phone, and this is going to be mobile phone. And if you want, you can add a photograph of him, and that photograph will be visible to you over here. Okay. Now,
I have a question here. So in case this, because this is a default table, user
yes,
table, whatever,
yes,
comes with the out of the box, this
exactly.
fields are always there. So in case if I need to add my own fields, like for example, my company actually looking for instance, they're looking something like uh, prefix or like what do you call for calendar integration, they're looking for Skype integration, or so that type of thing. So how we can add fields in the user table? Can we
That
do that here, right?
yeah, that's the next class. We are going to talk about the fields.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to see how can you add a field, how can you able to add the field in a form,
uh,
and what are different types of fields available in ServiceNow. What is the purpose? And we are going to understand what exactly the field types are, and then we are going to add them in the form.
okay, yeah, sure.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah. Hmm.
and logout. So if you want to stop an individual to log in from into ServiceNow account, you can able to check this. So the moment it has been checked, this individual will not have the access to log into the platform. Okay, and whether this individual is active or not, you can able to select it. Okay, and web services, this is going to be integration part, so you can able to ignore it.
Also,
Now,
for the password, is it possible that we can add few more columns, like for instance, in order to restore your password, can you select security questions, like question 1, 2, 3, 4, and then based on that, a user can provide certain responses, so the password can be restored. That type of things. Can we do that in the user table?
yep, you can do that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Okay,
I'm
now
really
I'm
excited about ServiceNow. Yeah. So
that's completely fine. I can understand that.
yeah.
So now I'm going to click on submit. So now you can see that a new account has been created on behalf of Arif. So if I'm going to sort by recently created or updated, you can able to see this. So if I'm going to open this, this is the user account for Arif. Okay. Now this individual will be able to access into the ServiceNow plan.